Jai Ramakrishna. So today's topic will be, can we change our own destiny? If we are the creators of our future, today whatever we are reaping, whatever consequences we are reaping of our past karmas, that is prarabdha, are we able to change this prarabdha? Is it in our hand or it is not? So for me personally, it is a very interesting topic, because if we think we are capable and if we think that we are the creators of our own destiny, the future is in our hand. Today whatever we have created is our yesterday's doing. Then if we want to change our yesterday's doing, is it possible or not? So let us take a classical example from Vedanta. Suppose our destiny, that is whatever we did yesterday and whatever is our software that we have written and we have got it at the birth time, that is our prarabdha. Let us consider it to be a yellow colored board which we are born with. Now we don't like the yellow color that we have created in our past, so we want to change it now. So what we do is we do purushartha. We work towards changing our destiny. And what do? We start painting it with a blue color. We take the yellow board and we start painting it with blue color. Now the first coat that you apply is going to vanish within few hours and the yellow color is again going to reappear. Now second coat, third coat, fourth coat, fifth coat, it is again still the yellow color is so prominent that your blue color is going to have a tendency to fade out, and the blue color will fade out and the yellow color will again emerge. But if you persistently go on trying, if you keep your perseverance, what will happen is eventually one fine day the yellow color is going to vanish and the blue coats you were trying to apply on it is definitely going to emerge out. This is the same thing with our prarabdha. If our prarabdha is what we are not liking, the present day's destiny, what we alone have created, we are not liking it, and if we are trying to change it, and if we persevere, if we constantly try and change our fate, it definitely changes. This is tried and tested. My personal experience it is that if you try to change your destiny, it definitely changes. The thing is, you have to have that much perseverance. If you have that kind of perseverance, you are definitely able to change your destiny. But then what about those deeds which we have really, it is called Tivra Prarabdha. That is, we have done such mistakes unknowingly in the past, in our past lives rather, 10 lives ago, 15 lives ago, which we are not even aware of. And then the consequences may be very, very bad right now. So the way of doing it is you go on doing good deeds, so much so that your bad deeds eventually turn out, they fade out. So you must have seen some people in the world who are constantly doing wrong. They are constantly doing wrong, but something saves them always. I don't want to take the names, but you must have seen such high profile personalities who actually should have been behind bars. But the thing is, they are not going behind bars because their present day karma, whatever their good deeds, whatever they are doing, they are preventing them from bearing the consequences of their past bad deeds. So the intensity of their present deeds is so much so that good deeds is so much so that their bad gets forgiven every time. They just go up to the up to the door of the jail and they again come back. So this is negating the bad with the good. This is what is happening. And there are a lot of sadhanas that are told in Vedanta where you can try and negate your bad karma. But the thing remains that you cannot transfer your prarabdha, nobody else can account for it. You alone have to bear and you have to get over it. Only things which can reduce the prarabdha or which can reduce the intensity is your spiritual sadhanas, whatever you're doing. And if God's incarnation, if a godly person you get blessed by, like when Sai Maharaj came into this world, or lots of we see so many saints in India, they are gods incarnated themselves. So when they were born on this earth, God has given them the capability of changing someone's prarabdha. Otherwise, God doesn't hold, He Himself doesn't hold this authority to change anyone's destiny or prarabdha. These avatar purush, we call them, like Sai Baba or Gadge Maharaj or Sri Samartha Swami. Yeah, but there are so many, plenty, Neem Karoli Baba. There are so many in every part of India. Maharshis are there. There are so many people in every 100 kilometers you see. In the past, nowadays the intensity of Maharajas has reduced. The Satpurush or the Avatar Purush is reduced, but earlier India has got a past a very rich heritage where lot of saints have come on this beam, like Jnaneshwar, Tukaram, Ramdas, so many of them. So these incarnations, because they are so divine, that God has given them the authority to change your prarabdha also. Otherwise, prarabdha is a thing which can be only exhausted. That is, you have to bear the prarabdha. That is, you have to exhaust by bearing it. You know, if you are bound to get some disease, you have to, with a great amount of patience, you have to bear the disease. That is the only way of getting over the prarabdha. Otherwise, you need a blessing of a Satpurush or a Sadguru. A capable Sadguru can remove your prarabdha. And what are the other ways? Other ways is a lot of sadhana that goes into changing your prarabdha. That is, you have to do whatever sadhanas have been prescribed in our religious scriptures. We have to do that. These sadhanas can reduce a prarabdha to a great extent. Suppose your prarabdha says that you are supposed to be murdered by a sword, but Sri Sharda Devi says, Sharda Ma says that if you are supposed to get cut by a sword, your head is supposed to be chopped off with a sword. Because of the sadhana that you do, this will be converted into a small cut. You will not be killed, your head will not be chopped, but it will be converted into a small cut. So this is what happens by practicing intense sadhana. So intense sadhana, in the sense, first of all, you need to have good conduct in life. You should be practicing good conducts, like whatever is given. We will have a separate topic to discuss what are these good conducts before you enter into this sadhana and all these things. We have to have a clean, pure heart, and our conduct should be right. Whatever we are doing it, we should have righteousness, which is lacking. We do a lot of sadhana. We go to this temple, we go to that temple, we do a lot of pujas, and we do so much of penance. But the thing is, our conduct is not righteous. We are not moving on the right path. We simply are not doing what needs to be done. Like, for simple examples, if you take, a person can be very religious. He must be seen in every religious place doing a lot of good deed. But at home, he is disrespecting his parents. At home, he is ill-treating his parents. He is harassing them for property. Or he's put them in a vruddhashram or something. Okay? Or for example, another example, this person must be having a very good image. But actually, when he is at his work, at his duty, he must be harassing his subordinates, or he must be responsible for a lot of misery to his subordinates. You know, he's a teacher and then he's indulging in malpractices. So indirectly, what is he doing? He's spoiling the future of our nation. And you think this will not be caught by the karma? This is not going to be noted in his bad deeds. So this is what our conduct should be. First of all, be righteous. We should be righteous. We should be doing what needs to be done. For example, an engineer has not to take bribe and he has to build the bridges properly. A contractor has to look after the nation's nation's interests first, and he has to build the roads or the bridges properly. But what is happening? They are not doing their work properly. And how much amount of good deeds if they do, after the bridge collapses, whatever consequences, it will be written on his account only, and it will not go to anyone else. You know, he must be doing it for his family, for his children, or whatever. Just like Valya, who became later Valmiki, he said that he was killing people. He was a dacoit and he was killing people because he was doing it for his family. He had to look after his family. That's why he was doing that. But then When Narad Rishi told him to go and see if his family was ready to share the consequences of his bad deeds, everybody refused. They said that you did it and you are going to pay for it. Even if they didn't say that, we cannot change the karma on someone else's name. We do it and we have to bear the consequences. It is as simple as that. So, if we are not righteous, no amount of sadhana, no amount of good deeds are going to stop from our prarabdha working on us. It is going to take its due course, and you have to bear the fruits. You have to eat the fruits of whatever you have sown. Your karma is going to work out in this way only. So prarabdha, the only way you get rid of it is you bear it. You exhaust it by bearing it. You cannot just get rid of it. Another way is doing a lot of sadhana, for which there are certain important criterias. No, just doing any sadhana, it is not going to just fructify. Your sadhana should be done with a purified heart, with a pure heart. Your conduct should be righteous. And then your sadhana, whatever way you are doing it, in different ways sadhanas can be done. In whatever way you are going to do it, it will fructify and it may change your prarabdha. But basically, prarabdha cannot be changed. Your continuous efforts or sadhana or a Sadguru's blessing on you can change your prarabdha. Otherwise, the only way of getting rid of your prarabdha or changing your destiny is by bearing it, by exhausting it, so that it doesn't get transferred to the next life. So a point which I have noted in all my journey of spiritual journey of 22-25 years, what I have realized is, even if a Sadguru or even by a blessing or by a sadhana, your prarabdha is seems to have got changed, the thing is, it has just got postponed. The prarabdha has just got postponed. It has not got negated. It has not got over. It has just got postponed. There goes a story where Avatar's sister, her brother himself was an Avatar Purush or a Sadguru he was. His sister was married to a man who eventually got leprosy. So she came to this Avatar Purush saying that, I want to cure my husband, and you are such a great man and you are my brother, and please help me out of this. When she came to his brother, the brother said that, yes, I have got the power to change your prarabdha, and I will take away the leprosy and I'll make him a healthy person. But the thing is that this is not going to get exhausted. This prarabdha will continue. I will just postpone it to next life. I will now cure him and his leprosy will come back again in next life, or the next life, depends. So he asked her sister, do you want this? You want this trouble, this punishment to be postponed? Then she said, she was also a sister of an enlightened being. She said that I do not want to postpone it. Rather, I want to bear it and finish it. And she said, let him be, whatever he is a leprosy patient now, let him be a leprosy patient and let him get over it. So that next life he will not have to again bear it, the remaining consequences he should not be bearing it. So from this it is clear that even Draupadi or Pandavas, having Krishna on their side, were not able to get rid of their prarabdha. So we though are very mortal beings. We are very small, tuchya jeev we are. So when they couldn't get rid of their prarabdha, who are we? So the only way we can take care of our future is by doing good deeds now. Don't postpone your good deeds. Be righteous in whatever way you are living life, wherever God has placed you, whichever walk of life you have been placed by God. Do it with utmost care, with utmost love, with utmost patience, and do it as a service. Make sure you are doing what is righteous and do not deflect from your duty. This can be the only way we will not build up more karma for our future. And then we can eventually, if our behavior is righteous, if our hearts are purified, only then we can even think about changing our destiny or changing our prarabdha. This is just a limited highlight of this topic. This topic can go long for hours together, but I've just given a gist for the beginners who want to know how to change their destiny. In the future topics, definitely we will be pondering more upon this subject. Thank you. Jai Ramakrishna. Please share, like and subscribe if you are liking the content of the video. Jai Ramakrishna.